Welcome to Spunky Spirit with Cari Muggs, where we talk about spiritual empowerment, growth, and connection. Here's your host, spiritual life coach, author, and intuitive advisor, Cari Muggs.
Well, hello, and we are back. Actually, it's been a while, but it's because I was so busy working a full-time job and trying to do this on the side. And finally, I just quit my job, and now I'm doing readings and this full-time. So be prepared. Lots of stuff is coming. I'm super excited, super nervous, but so grateful that you guys are here. So, and I feel bad too, because I know it's been so non-consistent in this podcast, but I'm getting better at that. It's hard to have kids and a job and do this thing on the side. So now we're just going to do it. I had enough of it. This is what I'm supposed to do. So this is what we're doing. So today's podcast is going to be about your guides. What are your guides? What are your spiritual guides? Who they are, what they are, and why they're with you. So in the beginning, before we came here, I don't know how far back that is, but that's too technical. But before we came here, we sat down with a team of our ancestors, a team of guides, a team of people who are going to help us stay on our blueprint. We made a blueprint up there. So in the blueprint, we just said, this is what I want to learn. This is what I need to do. This is what I want to learn on Earth. This is what I kind of want to, you kind of decided with your team what lessons you wanted to learn so you could raise your frequency and raise your vibration and spiritually grow. That's kind of what we're all here to do, raise frequencies, spiritually grow. So that's why we did this. So up there, we also decided that we were going to have a team that's going to help us do this. And that team consists of a lot of different people and a lot of different spirits. It consists of our guides. It consists of our ancestors. It also consists of angels. And so we always have this team around us trying to help us, trying to, have us go in the right direction, make sure we don't get off our blueprint. And they're always trying to put things in front of us or whisper things in our ear. They're kind of that gut feeling, our intuition, somewhat like our higher self. So that's kind of what our guides do. A lot of people think that the guides they also call them spirit, Holy Ghost, other things like that. I just kind of think they're our guides. And I know that we have a few of them. Everybody's different. You can have as many of you as you want. Some of them come and go during certain times of our life. So I'm going to kind of go down and explain what each one does. So we have the master guide. Now our master guide is our main person. He or she has been with us since we were born. So we could have known our master guide from a previous life if we had chose to do that. We could know our master guide from being in the, before we came here, but we didn't know our master guide while we were on Earth. So our master guide is not our grandma who was alive when we were born. Anybody who has been alive while we're alive cannot be your master guide. So that's kind of a good to know situation. But can your grandma still help you? Yes. And we will talk about that later in just a second. But the master guide has been on Earth before. The master guide knows how hard it is. The master guide knows your blueprint inside and out. The master guide knows you in a deep, deep connection. So the master guide is kind of the one in charge. So just kind of imagine this team of angels and guides that are with you constantly. Even though you can't see them, they're totally with you all the time. And sometimes you can see them. If you get your frequency to a certain level, sometimes you can feel them. And you can see them. So the master guide, that's the person that never changes. That one is your guide throughout your whole life. That one sticks with you all the time. And I'm going to write a blog and do a meditation that'll probably go out the same week this podcast does on how to meet your guides. So there'll be a blog on my website at carimuggs.com that kind of gives you tips on how to meet your guides and how to know when they're around. And on that, I will also offer a meditation for you, a guided meditation, so you can meet your guides if you haven't met your guides. Is it important to know your guide's name? Not really at first. As long as you can kind of picture them and know that they're there, then the name will come. And sometimes you can just, like, you can name your guide something that just pops into your head, and they will eventually let you know what their real name is. As long as you acknowledge them and know that they're there, they honestly could care less what you call them at first. They're just excited that you're, in tune with them and know that they're trying to help you. So then we have, after the master guide, we have a team of guides. Now these guides can come in and out. They can be some of your ancestors. They can be certain guides that you call on, like if you're doing a specific travel trip, you can try and call on travel guides to help you to make things go smoother. If you're trying to do a certain project at work, you can call on just specific guides for that. You also don't have to call on them. There's guides that are with you all the time. I have a fun guide, joy guide, a protector guide. My protection guide is hugely important because he's, especially with me doing readings and stuff, he's constantly around me. Sometimes I even get him mixed up with my master guide because he's so much around me trying to protect my energy because of what I do as a living. So there's also just any kind of guide, like travel guides, joy guides, protector guides, whatever you want to make up, they can be there. So, and whatever you need help with, they can be there. So just kind of know they kind of follow the guide of the master guide. They, as long as their main purpose, all of them, is to keep you on your blueprint. So they don't make decisions for you. So I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of an example. I think I got this example from the medium Lisa Williams. If not, then I'm not trying to copy. This was a great example. So let's say your purpose in life is to pick up a prescription at Walmart, right? So on the way to Walmart, you maybe get in a wreck, but you're still focusing on getting to Walmart to get that prescription. Then you meet somebody and you talk to them for 10 minutes. Even though you're kind of getting off a little bit, your main destiny is to get that prescription at Walmart. And then you go into the section where they're selling clothing, and there's like a red shirt or a blue shirt, and you can't decide which one to do. Here's the thing. They can say to you and whisper in your ear, the red shirt will be a little bit easier and keep you on your blueprint. The blue shirt's going to be a little bit harder, but you're still going to stay on your blueprint, right? They're trying to help you decide red or blue shirt. The thing is if you choose the red or the blue, they're still, once you decide, going to be 100% behind your decision. And they're going to help you do whatever it takes to get the red shirt. Once you say, okay, I've decided I'm going to do the red shirt, they're not going to be like, I can't believe you chose the red shirt. Now you're not going to receive all these blessings. Now you're not going to be able to do this. That's not true. Even though one of the shirts might be a little bit harder, once you make that decision, they're going to be 100% behind you, and they're going to help you get to your purpose, because the main thing is to get to your purpose, right? Get to that prescription at Walmart. But let's say you decide, I'm just going to take off and I'm not even going to be in Walmart anymore. I'm going to do all this stuff. And you go down the road and you start to do all these things and you totally forget about the prescription at Walmart. They're still going to continue to try and get you back into Walmart. And I know this is kind of a weird story or comparison, but that's kind of how it is. Your guides are here to help guide you, to help you on your journey, to help you just, learn the lessons that you wanted to, and ultimately to serve the purpose that you wanted to come here for. So ultimately to get that prescription at Walmart. So just know that that's what they're here for. They're not going to make decisions for you, and they can't do anything without you asking. They can nudge you. They can whisper things to you. They can warn you of danger. But ultimately, you are the one who makes the decision. You have the free agency. So the next one is our ancestors. Now, I love this one because during readings, this is what comes through for me all the time. Sometimes guides will come through, but mostly ancestors, loved ones that have passed on, come through. And they're always with you, always helping you, because ultimately you have a soul family. You have this family that you, and that could be a whole nother podcast, but you have a family that you come with, that you come with all the time. If when you reincarnate or any of that time, you're always kind of with these same people. I think of it like a Saturday Night Live skit, on Saturday Night Live, when they're all there together and then they each go through these skits, and then at the end they're all together again. That's kind of what this is like. So our ancestors are like that. They're always with us, and they're our soul family. So yeah, they want to help you. They want to guide you. But here's the thing about our ancestors. If you have an Uncle Charlie and he's passed over and he's over there trying to help you, and you are saying, okay, I want to go gambling, and let's say Charlie had a gambling issue on Earth, of course Charlie's going to be like, let's go, because he has the same personality. He's, part of his job over there is to help you, move forward. So just be careful about what advice you seek from certain people over on the other side. They love you. Their frequency is so high, but of course they're going to still have some of their personality traits that they had while on Earth. So just kind of watch that. But they are so willing to help you and be there for you, and they're with you all the time. And I know a lot of people their whole thing is, well, once they've passed over, they're so busy over on the other side. And they are busy doing, to help their own progression, to raise their own frequency, to try and see what lessons they missed on Earth or what they could have done better. But part of their job is to be with you and help you get back to them. So don't let anybody make you feel bad by saying, well, they just don't have time to be with you, because every reading I've done, that's never come through. They've always had time to be with the ones they love. It's kind of part of their job, and it helps raise their frequency, and it helps them learn some of the things they didn't learn on Earth. So that's my point. That's my opinion. Somebody else's opinion could be totally different, but that's what I've seen when I do readings. So just take that for what it is. Also, the next one is angels. So we always have angels around us. There's also a team of angels. My favorite are the warrior angels. There's archangels, there's different hierarchies of angels, and I'm not going to get into that. I just know that when you call on angels, they are right there. And even when you don't call on them, they're with you a lot of the time. So my favorite are warrior angels, mothers or fathers or whoever are in charge of children. These are my favorite. If ever I felt like one of my children were in danger, or if a family member was in danger, I just would ask for the warrior angels to protect them. These angels are huge, huge angels. I've seen them. They have that, I don't even know what you call it, that stuff on them that protects them. And so anyways, just anything that you would see from I don't even know what to call that armor that people wear that you would see, but these angels are pretty BA, and they can kick butt. So those are the angels that I always like for protection. But you can call on angels for anything, to be with you, to help you, pretty much do anything, like to raise your frequency or to show you the way to, anything is even as small as opening parking spaces. I know that's pretty, some people think that that's mundane, but they're there, and they're there for you to access. And the only thing is you have to believe. You have to believe in them, and they're completely there. And you can see, a lot of people think that a lot of this stuff is universal, like it's the universe. But from what I've seen and from what the readings that I've done, it's all kind of the same. It's all, you put it out there and you believe, and they totally help you. And I've seen them help my clients. I've seen teams of angels surround people, especially during death and when they're passing. So also in hospitals, if you watch, there's lots of angels, especially in the corners. I don't know why they use that energy, but in the corners, there's a lot of angels. So if you ever see a loved one who's passing and they look up into the corners, that's probably why. But so I hope that this helps you. I hope that this kind of puts guides into perspective. Again, I'm going to have a blog on my website at carimugz.com, CARIMUGZ. spunkyspirit.com. You can also go to my Facebook page at Spunky Spirit, and I have an Instagram at Cari Mugs, and I'll put those up there too. So there'll be a blog about how to meet your guides, the different kind of things you can do, how you can know that they're around you. And also I will be releasing a meditation to help you to meet your guides if you haven't, or to finally maybe get their names and things like that. So watch out for that. I love you guys. This is awesome. Thank you so much for your support. I can't even tell you how much it's helped me. And I'm just so excited to be in a good spot now, and so excited to be back and be able to do this and have the time to stay consistent instead of getting up and working an 8 to 5 job, coming home and doing readings, going to bed and doing that every day. It was just, I didn't have time to do this other stuff like the podcasts and the blogs and the newsletters. And so now I'm so excited that I get to reach out and teach you guys and help you learn how to connect and to raise your frequency, because that's honestly what it's really about. So love you guys, and I will see you later.